It's time for the A&W Restaurant All-American Game of the Week on Richmond's very own WBON TV Channel 9, the leader in local sports television. Support these great local sponsors who support our community. Now, here's your announcers for the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Madison Southern High School once again here in Berea for our second consecutive night for Madison Central versus Madison Southern basketball. The JV game wrapping up here on the court right now with Central about to win back-to-back games here today. The freshman team won the first game. The JV team about to wrap up a victory here over the Southern JV team, and then the varsity teams will warm up and tip off here shortly. While we're waiting for the JV game to finish, let's hear from our Game of the Week sponsor, A&W All-American Foods, located over there in the Richmond Center in Richmond. Here's our Game of the Week sponsor, A&W All-American Foods.
Mushroom lovers, this one's for you. This is for the beef lovers too, the onion lovers, the Swiss cheese lovers. If you love all these things, then you're going to absolutely love our classic double mushroom onion melt. Try it now, only at A&W. Feel the heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds. They're available for a limited time only, so come on in and try some today, only at A&W.
Here on WBON TV, the JV game is wrapped up, and a special thanks to our A&W All-American Food sponsor. Game of the week here in Richmond, or excuse me, in Berea. Madison Southern, Madison Central, same as it was last night, and these two teams are ready to go mano-a-mano. And the last time they met, not too long ago, back in late February, early March, it was a win for Madison Central in the district championship game. You know, always when Central and Southern get together, as JT and I talked last night, it could be a game of chess, arm wrestling, football, whatever the sport it is, whatever the contest is, it is always going to be a fun atmosphere. And when you have a sold-out crowd, which is the case here tonight, you know it's going to be even better. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Central Southern. The girls' game last night came down to the wire with the Lady Indians having a chance to tie the game at the buzzer. Missed a three-pointer that would have sent the game into overtime, and Southern, who led pretty much the entirety of the game, held on for a 38-35 victory, a big win for the Lady Eagles last night. And now the boys, who are the favorite coming into this game, will look to make it a sweep of Madison Central in the varsity games here in this one tonight. I'm Michael Watkins going solo with you this evening. JT Elliott could not join us tonight. Tom Gross still on sabbatical. Dawson Rule having to run camera for us tonight, along with Jacob Beck. Our producers is Aiden Mills here on the TV side. Matt Ridout back on the radio side. Going to be a fun night here once again in Berea. Madison Central, Madison Southern here on WBON TV in our A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week. It's time now for the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. With Citizens Guarantee Bank, you can bank anywhere with the MyCGB app. Be sure to check them out now, and if you're an EKU fan, check out the new Eastern Kentucky University debit cards available only at Citizens Guarantee Bank. MyCGB.com is the place to go to find more information. We'll step aside for a quick 3-minute commercial break. We'll come right back with more here during the pregame show. We'll preview tonight's matchup, and we'll hear from the winning coach last night, Josh Curtis. The Lady Eagles got a big victory. We'll hear from him during the pregame show, and so much more when we come back on WBON TV and 106.7 The Pinnacle.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and
in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition, just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
Hi, I'm Haley, one of the owners and managers at Just Love Coffee in Berea. Just Love Coffee is a franchise that was set up as a mission of love to help children get adopted. Just Love Coffee is a full-service restaurant that features artisan coffee creations, plus an all-day food menu that includes golden waffles, delicious sandwiches, and filling craveable wraps. Just Love Coffee, a half mile off exit 76 in Berea, in our newly renovated location at 636 Chestnut Street.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Back here on WBON TV, Michael Watkins along with now Josh Curtis, the head coach of the Madison Southern Lady Eagles. And Coach, big win for you all last night over Madison Central. Kind of a game where the turnovers were an issue, but your defense on the other side, although you didn't turn Central over as much, you forced them into some pretty tough shots and held on for a nice win.
Yeah, as much as we turned the ball over last night, particularly in the second half, we were going to have to do something on the defensive end to kind of counteract that and offset it. And luckily for us, you know, our defense came to show up last night. So really proud of the effort of the girls. Even when Central made their run, you know, we didn't, you know, get nervous and fall apart. And we had done that in the last couple weeks where we're still young and inexperienced. Yep. So it was really good to see them lose the lead and then find a way to battle back and get it toward the end. So
yeah, and you talked about the youth of your team. 3 8th graders played in that game last night, and Brianna Hensley had a big performance off the bench for you. I think she had 8 points, had 5 or 6 rebounds, had a few assists as well. So an all-around game for her off the bench. Mm-hmm. And she had a big bucket late in that game where she had some contact on her, was still able to finish, and really good performance from her. But you have a lot of, you talked about young players. Lacey Sandlin, really, she got some minutes last year, but now a starter, your leading scorer, another kind of inexperienced player some. We know how good Hadley French is, but for her and kind of E-Step to be the more experienced players on your team, it kind of talks about how young you really are.
Yeah. and that's what we have to keep telling ourselves is even though our experienced players have played for a few years, they're still really young in high school standards. And luckily we get that core group together for a few more years. But, speaking to Brianna, you usually expect toward the end of a game, a Hadley or Lacey or an Ash to go make a couple plays for us. And the fact that the 8th grader made the basket to put us back ahead, and then in our press offense, she made the perfect bounce pass to Maria to get that 3-point lead. So it was really nice to see kids outside of our core 3 step up and make winning plays.
Talk about your team, and I feel like since you've been here, the defense has been your calling card, and I think the same goes for Coach True in his early stages at Madison Central.
Right.
So when you have a game like that where you know it's going to be ugly, it's going to be a low-scoring game, what do you tell your team about kind of just playing through the mistakes that are kind of inevitably going to happen when those two teams get together?
Yeah, I love the way Central plays. I've got a lot of respect for Coach True and those kids. I tell our kids all the time, if you do not match their intensity and play as hard as they do, that they're going to embarrass you and run you out of the gym. And that's just a credit to those kids and, how they show up every day. But, we try to just match that intensity. And, through all the runs last night, we still found a way to hang around, and we've made a few plays ourselves. As far as us defensively, we switched things up this year. We've been a lot of man-to-man the last 2 years, and just based our personnel and how young we are, it's tough to ask young kids to, be really solid in varsity man-to-man. So, going to more of a zone look for us. Now, we still play the same way in terms of, the intensity and our coverages, but it's been different, but we're still pretty effective in our defense, which has helped us.
Obviously, everybody at home watching or listening, they want to know about Bailey Hensley. You and I talked before we came on the air that she'll be back maybe mid to late January, so kind of on par with what you all thought would be the case when she got injured. But talk about her, and when you have a player like that who was top 2 or 3 in the region last year, when you can add her to a team, how hard will that be, especially late in the year when you're a month away from postseason time, to kind of get her acclimated and into a rhythm with the team?
Yeah, so Bailey started practicing this week. No, still no contact stuff. We're going to ease her into that. But as far as Bailey, she's fit in so well since she got here. She's best friends with all the kids. And as far as working her in, it's not going to be an issue because at the end of the day, our kids want to win. She wants to win. And so, they've all kind of been in agreement that it doesn't matter who scores. It's just a matter of does Madison Southern score. And so, we're excited to add her back in. And, I'm excited to continue to watch the group we currently have just continue to grow. That whether it's the middle schoolers, we've got a few kids like Maria Himes who's only played JV, and so she's still getting, her comfort level and confidence. And so be able to play 2/3 of a season and let those kids mature and gain confidence and then add someone the caliber of Bailey in towards the end. I'm really excited to see what it can turn into.
We know we got a long way to go, but just based off the first couple of weeks, what do you think one thing that you all are really going to have to improve upon over the next month or two to get to where you want to get to?
We were shooting the ball very, very well so far. That can always go hot and cold on you. But just finding a way to find more consistency in our scoring. Hadley and Lacey they've been showing up every night and scoring. We're starting to get some more consistency out of Ashland in terms of scoring. But just some of the other players, the Briannas, the Marias, Olivia Culver and Olivia Wagner, some of those other kids, is they can find a way to chip into 4-6 points here and there, and that'll really help us out. And it takes a lot of pressure off those main kids who get so much attention from the other team.
Coach, always a pleasure talking to you. Go enjoy this game with your team. I know there's a lot of girls down there getting ready to cheer on the boys. Tonight should be fun as well, and good luck the rest of the year.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's Josh Curtis. Step aside for another quick commercial break. We'll come back in 3 minutes live on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV 9. Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training, located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit excdl.com to learn more or like them on Facebook.
if it won't go down?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com. It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
We're back here on WVON TV. Michael Watkins here with you for the Citizens Guaranty Bank pregame show. The Citizens Guaranty Bank, your accounts are as close as your phone. You can bank anywhere 24/7. Check your balance, deposit checks whenever you want, transfer funds, and more with the MyCGB app. And ask about the new Eastern Kentucky University, the EKU debit card. You'll learn more about that when you see the Citizens Guaranty Bank commercial here during the games. All types of things going on right now at Citizens Guaranty Bank. Michael Watkins here with you for a big game tonight, the county clash. The boys version had the girls game here last night. What a fun one that was. Came down to the wire with Madison Central missing a 3 at the buzzer that would have sent the game into overtime. Trailed by double digits for pretty much the entire second and third quarter. Came back, made a game of it, but could not send the game into overtime. And tonight on the boys' side, for the first time in a while, Madison Southern, the favorite coming into this matchup. Madison Central, of course, a very young team. Elijah Steele, really the only player with a lot of experience. And, Cody Morrison got some minutes last year, but for the most part, a lot of really young guys playing for Allen Feldhouse. All the guys you saw getting minutes during the JV game will be getting minutes here during the varsity game. So we'll see how that plays out here tonight. Up here inside the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth, the Gateway Cycles is located over in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. A great place to go if you're looking for a new side-by-side, an ATV, or one of those mopeds or scooters would be great right next to or underneath the Christmas tree, if you can get underneath your Christmas tree this holiday season. Merry Christmas, everybody. A big one here tonight in Berea, Madison Central and Madison Southern. Now time to take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Get the keys to your next ride at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Eastern Bypass in Richmond. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet. And tonight, the keys for the game for each team. We'll start with the visitors, the Madison Central Indians. Madison Southern loves to get a quick pace going. They love to get up and down the floor. They'll try to turn you over and turn those turnovers into easy points. So if you're Madison Central, tonight, two very important things. You cannot turn the ball over, and you cannot let Southern get out into a fast break opportunity. Another key, which was the key the first time we had Central on WBON TV last week, you have got to get off to a good start. If you let Southern come out and build an 8-2 or 12-4 lead, they can really start to crank up the pressure, start to get more confident, and maybe pull away early in this one. So a good start, a very big key for Madison Central. On the other side for Madison Southern, Jay Rose has been the key guy for Southern for quite some time now. He is the current top scorer in the 11th region, but he is, while a very important piece, there are a lot of talented players for Madison Southern. They can put up 90 points. They've done it three different times, they've done it two different times this year. 91 in a loss to Boyd County, and they put up 96 earlier this week on Wednesday in a big win over Jeffersontown. So for Southern, it's really just get into your flow. Make Central play your way. Get up and down the floor, try to turn them over, get some open shots for Rose and the Hudson twins, and in my opinion, let Kason Nobby just run the show. Nobby, a really good young point guard, has come into his own over the last year and a half, and a big-time player, big-time young player in the 11th region. So I think that is going to be another big key for Madison Southern. And those are your Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game. While we've got time, let's take one more 3-minute commercial break. We'll come back and we'll look at tonight's game time temperature, brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air and the Star Watch tonight. There are some big stars in this one. We'll talk about them when we come back on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV 9.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or, if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday, starting at 7, with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
We're back here on WBON TV. Michael Watkins here with you tonight. Glad to have you along for our A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week. Now time to take a look at the temperature. Samantha here with me on the pregame show. Samantha, I don't know about you, but today was absolutely perfect outside. I actually got warm driving around downtown Richmond today, so it was a big day, and 57 degrees today was the high, 44 degrees right now, and the game time temperature is courtesy of Fayette Heating and Air. Don't get caught in the cold. Take advantage now of a new HVAC install for up to 48 months interest-free. Call 859-233-0424 or schedule online at FayetteHeating.com. That's Fayette Heating and Air. We'll step aside for one more 3-minute commercial break. We'll come back for the tip-off when we come back and look again at those stars of the game courtesy of Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lake's can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lake's can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
Back here on WBON TV, and the crowd is fired up for some high school basketball action here on 106.7 The Pinnacle as well, and the starting lineup being announced for the home team with the lights out and the Hudson twins along with Avery Davidson, J. Rose, and Nabi getting the nod for Madison Southern. The Eagles, the home team, and they are rowdy. They are a rowdy bunch tonight, Samantha Burkett.
You know what? This is what Friday nights are all about. I mean, we have been talking about this game since high school basketball started, and I think the crowd is ready. We were talking about the weather earlier, and if there was ever a reason to get out, people are here. They are turning people away.
Yeah, a sold-out crowd and the game on BON, so that's a very good thing for us. There's so many people here, and that's perfect for these folks who can relive this game tonight when they get back home. Go on our Facebook page or YouTube channel and watch it once again. The Star Watch, courtesy of Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance. Just like Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance is there for you, Jay Rose and the Hudson twins have been there for Madison Southern, the top scorers for the Eagles. And for Madison Central, Cody Morrison, the top scorer for the Indians, averaging over 14 points per game. The tip-off is about to commence. We are underway. High school basketball on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV. And Cody Morrison will get inside, had his shot blocked, and an easy and good contest by Southern early on as Jay Rose averaging over 26 points per game, 26.8 to be exact. We'll have it here at the free throw line. Rose going to fade away over Eli Steele. Shot rattles out. And here comes Madison Central back up the floor. Each team one possession, 0 of 1 from the field. Eli Steele's got it. Up to Morrison. The Indians work it around. Looking inside to Thomas. Steele's got it back. Now worked over to Landsaw. Landon Ray to Thomas. Sees a crease, drives in, and a blocking foul. No shot, but it will be a foul called against Madison Southern. So Ray to inbound, and they're going to call a foul on Nobby. Tried to draw the charge. Didn't really have a good angle. It was a lot of contact there, but just not really set in front of Thomas, and the official gives the call to the Indians. Steele, Morrison, again averaging over 14 points per game. Indians have two guys in double figures. Thomas the other, right at 11 points per game for Madison Central. They're in the red uniforms tonight. Blue numbers, blue letters outlined in the white. But the road uniforms for Allen Feldhouse Jr.'s team. Lansall three in and out. And that's Hudson up for the rebound. Braden with it the other way. Kick it out. Nobby three on the right wing. Eagles strike first. Three-pointer for Nobby, as I said in the pregame show. You let Nobby get going. He's really kind of the straw that stirs the drink. Really good defender, and right here he knocks the ball off of Ray, and the Eagles get an extra possession. And we know the Hudson twins and Rose can put the ball in the basket, but Nobby is the driving force of this team because he can defend really any of the guard positions, set the offense up, make sure the guys are in the right spot, as Rose has got a good spot here, working on Steele in the corner. Nobby cuts back door, ball's loose, and stolen away by Morrison. It's Lansall to bring it up the floor for Madison Central. Handed off to Ray, picked up by Davidson. Ray in the paint, bounce pass out, Eli Steele left corner, baseline drive. Swing it back on the left wing, it's Ray. Landon going to work on Davidson again. Got inside, got the defender up, and a pretty move, but he couldn't finish. In the rebound to Avery Davidson. Eagles on the attack in a hurry the other way. Davidson out to Zach. Hudson to his twin brother Braden. Nobby three, corner. This time no. And we've got a whistle, a foul on Jay Rose as Elijah Steele hits the deck. That's the second team foul on Madison Southern. Eagles will go 8 deep, maybe 9, but these 5 right here are really what can cause a lot of problems for opposing teams because they have a ton of athletes all over the floor. Oh, nice backdoor cut, and Morrison will lay it in. Morrison gets the 2. We got some special guests. John Bentley's little girl up here. How are you all? 3 on the way from Hudson, up and in. And Zach make that Braden Hudson knocking down the 3. So 2 triples early. Always, I love the little kids, Samantha. That one's a little bit younger than my youngest one. Thomas, tough drive inside, and he's on the board for 2 more for the Indians. 6-4. Both teams kind of getting it going here early on. Ball poked away, and there's a foul called against Landon Ray of Madison Central.
You know, we've talked how Madison Central possibly could try to slow this game down today. I don't feel like they're doing that.
No, so far they're playing right into the hands of Madison Southern with a fast-paced attack on both sides. Rose thought about a deep 3. Instead drives on Steele. And a contested jumper comes off. Rose starts off 0 of 2. Morrison bounce pass. Good defense by Hudson. Couldn't really get to it. Kicks the ball and will make Central inbound across the way in front of the Madison Southern fans on that side. It'll be Morrison to throw it in. Cody comes into Lansall in the corner. Going to post up Thomas inside. Get him. He'll post up on Jay Rose. Thomas. Tough move and a nice finish for Ty Thomas, who's now got 4. And the tie at 6. 2 minutes, make that almost 4 minutes into the game as Nobby gets inside for 2 more. He's now got 5, and Southern extends the lead, or retakes the lead 8-6. Central trying to make a key to go inside here with Thomas and could potentially get a second foul on Jay Rose. Morrison looking inside. He'll drive. Cody hangs. Tough shot. Won't go. Good contest by Hudson. Rose outlets it to him. Braden steps into a 3. And it comes off. Nice rebound by Thomas. Outlet to Ray. Central has numbers. Landon will hang and finish. 3 Indians have scored, 2 Eagles, and we're tied at 8. 3:52 left to play, and Central underdogs coming into tonight. Feel pretty good right now early on in the ball game. Davidson steps back at it, blocked by Thomas. Central saves it, but right back to Davidson. Into Jay Rose, and he'll lay it in. You never want to save that in front of the opponent's basket. That time it ends up in an easy 2. Heads up play by Davidson. Thomas, 15-footer no. Morrison battling for it. It'll go out of bounds, and I believe it'll stay with Madison Central. It bounced off the chest of the official, but he was standing out of bounds, so Central will inbound with Ray to throw it in. 3:23 left to play in the first quarter. Bounce pass to Morrison. Now Thomas. Oh, nice pass. Out now Steele. 3 on the right wing. Short. Thomas got it. Out to Lansall. 3. And that one's in and out. Another rebound. And that's going to be the second foul on Jay Rose as Elijah Steele had him boxed out. Got the rebound. And now what do you do if you're Coach Steve Wright? Going to go to the bench early. And it looks like coming in number 10. I think that's Noah Thompson. Nope, that's Davis. Mason Davis, excuse me. Mason Davis, the junior. Central had Thomas cutting wide open, and Ray didn't see him. Nice finish inside. Ty Thomas with 2 more. He's now got 6. 10-10 your score as we near 3 minutes to play. Woo! Kason Nobby, a nice move, but he couldn't get the shot to fall, and Central in a hurry the other way. Ray can't get it to fall. Asher the rebound. His shot up and in, and Central in front as Luke Asher's on the board. 12-10 Indians. Southern going to slow it down with their top scorer out of the game with 2 fouls. How long will he stay on the bench? Indians a 2-point lead. 2:40 to play as Hudson, deep 3, and he knocks it down. Zach Hudson with the triple. Elijah Steele, will he answer? He will. Steele knocking down the 3. Everybody getting involved for both teams. Hudson, the drive. No good on the finish. Rebound to Thomas. 15-13, Madison Central on the road, an early advantage here in the first quarter. 2:10 to play here in Berea as the Indians work it right to left on your radio dial if you've got us tuned in on the Pinnacle. Thomas inside, 2 more. Central 8 points now for Ty Thomas, Samantha.
Central's really taking this ball on the inside and working hard for the rebounds.
Well, they're working it into Thomas, who does have a good size advantage. Both he and Luke Asher a good 3 or 4 inches taller than Avery Davidson if he's guarding them. Oh, Hudson open inside, and he's going to get the shot to fall and draw the foul. Hudson finishing over Asher, and he'll have a 3-point play opportunity. As he steps up to the free throw line here, Zach now with a quick 5 points. Free throw comes off short. Long rebound controlled by Morrison. Comes Cody up the floor. Central a 2-point lead. Swing it over right side now. Landon Ray. Ray over to Asher. Central with 2 big men in the game. Going to post up with Thomas again. Working on Hudson now. Ty working his way in. Spins. Lefty. Finish. No. And Avery Davidson will clear it out. In a hurry, Davidson slows it down to Davis. Back to Zach Hudson. Thomas comes out to defend. Now it's Kaysen Nobby to reset the offense for Madison Southern. Down by 2 in possession. Hudson swing it left side. Now in the corner, Nobby. Kaysen driving in. That's an offensive foul on Nobby. He did lower the shoulder and push off. And a good job by Elijah Steele to hold his ground and draw the foul. Steele going to have an early seat as Ricky Goatley, the freshman, checks into the game. Madison Central for the first time in a long time, Samantha, I don't remember the last time Alan Feldhouse went 9 or 10 deep, but he has so far this year.
I know. We have talked about it on our Monday Night Sports Show many times. It's so surprising, but it's exciting to see him getting some of these sophomores some nice varsity minutes.
Hudson got inside, wanted a foul call, didn't get it. Now Morrison with it to Goatley. Drop it off, stolen away by Hudson. See if the Eagles can tie or take the lead. Right off to Davis. He'll give it over to Braden Hudson. 15-17. Madison Southern down by 2, but with possession. 30 seconds to play. Let's see if they hold for the final shot in a jam-packed Madison Southern gym. Sold out tonight here in Berea. Hudson open for 3. Too hard. Thomas could not control the rebound. It'll stay on this end, and the Eagles will have one more opportunity. Down by 2 with 10.2 to play. Central has had a really good game plan. They've executed here through 1 quarter. Can they hold on to the lead through 1? They come into Hudson deep in the corner to his twin brother, Zach. Zach, backdoor cut, Braden. Braden inside, kicks it out in the corner. At the buzzer, a 3 is good. Davidson knocks it down, and the Eagles take a 1-point lead after 1. Step aside for a quick 1-minute commercial break. Come back for quarter 2 on the other side here on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV.
Gwen's Fine Jewelers, voted best of the best jewelry store and voted best of the best jewelry repair shop. Gwen's has the best prices on diamonds. Let Gwen's design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, located next to Hobby Lobby in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center, Richmond. Or find them online at gwensfinejewelers.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer.
On
Stop
Facebook
on
or
in,
on the TV
119
channel?
Northwest Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Whether you're looking for the
Anybody's like commenting that or not.
on the road, Madison County
Hey, we need to
is
come
where
back.
you'll find it.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Who makes the best meal at Avenue in Richmond?
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
Davis has it for Southern. He'll drive in and kick it out. Almost threw it away. Bounced off of Landon Ray. And the Indians here will get back in defensively. Hudson's got it on the right wing. Now picked up by Ray. High-scoring first quarter, which again plays right into the hands of the Eagles. They're going to feed Rose inside, working on Steele. An offensive foul, and the Indians have now forced Jay Rose to pick up his 3rd foul in the early stages of the second quarter, and that is big for Madison Central. So Ray brings it up the floor, up the right sideline. Bounce pass to Now Ray. Landon gets inside, and he threw it away. Stolen away by Hudson. Now up to his brother, Zach. He'll drive in on Asher, and there's a foul. Good job by Zach to kind of force Asher to reach in there and pick up the personal. And I love the pep section antics, Samantha.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely here for Southern and Central. It looks like Central has got the Army theme going on.
Yeah, they got the camouflage.
Military, the camouflage.
Can't even see them.
Southern seems to have their Santa hats on tonight.
Christmas theme. Free throw for Zach. He'll make both. He's got now 7 points in the game. Here's Steele to Morrison. Goatley swings it around to Ray. Landon bounce past Thomas. Ty will hang, count the basket, and a foul. Ty Thomas having a breakout performance. He's got 10 points now for Madison Central. 20-19 Madison Southern, and a free throw to come for Thomas to try to tie things up here early on in the second quarter. Glad to have you tuned in, folks, here on WBON TV, or if you're listening on 106.7 The Pinnacle. Thomas can't cap off the three-point play. Free throw, no. And the Eagles back the other way, holding on to a 1-point lead. Braden Hudson driving in, and he'll score over top of Eli's a steal. 5 points now for Braden Hudson. And the Eagles back on top by 3. Ray, Eli Steele on the right wing. He'll drive, kick it out to Landon Ray once again to reset the offense up for the Indians. Now in the corner, Goatley. He'll drive baseline. Span into trouble. Now kicking it back out. Ray will get a screen from Thomas. Doesn't use it. He'll drive, hang, and an offensive foul on Landon Ray. Mason Davis tried to take a charge on Thomas the last possession. Ended up picking up a foul. This time he'll draw the charge as Michael Whitaker will now check in. Whitaker in there with the Hudson twins, Davidson and Mason Davis. And now the sophomore Cam Steele will enter for Madison Central. So a freshman, Goatley, sophomore Cam Steele, Morrison in the game, and the two seniors, Thomas and Eli Steele. Hudson over to Braden Hudson, his twin brother. Davidson sets the screen. Pump fake, now in trouble, lays it off for Whitaker. Now back to Braden. Steps into a three with Steele defending. Comes off, ball tipped out by Davis, and the Indians will have possession. Central won the freshman game and won the JV game as well. Both games pretty close. Last night, Southern won the varsity girls game. Steele steps inside and will knock down the 8-footer. Nice shot by Eli Steele. He's got 5. And Central down by just 1. No foul call. Central back the other way. Morrison lays it off for Steele. Eli driving in, and another offensive foul. Davis takes another one, and he is fired up. I tell you what, I feel bad for these officials because you got two Hall of Fame type level coaches. As a 30-second timeout here by Southern. But again, two Hall of Fame level coaches, incredible resumes from each. Coach Wright, a state championship. Alan Feldhaus, a state championship. So both of these guys have been around the block a time or two, and they will be in the ear of the officials all night long trying to work the calls in their favor. Folks, Merry Christmas. We are so glad to have you tuned in here on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV. If you see any of our sponsors tonight, go by and say thank you and tell them you appreciate them being sponsors here on WBON TV and on The Pinnacle as well for helping us bring you this awesome sports coverage, especially here during the holiday season where you can maybe stay at home, do some online shopping, and stay up to date with your favorite local team here on WBON TV. Whitaker's got it over to Davidson, right wing. Avery swing it left side. Hudson. Steps into a long two, and a whistle and a foul on Ty Thomas. And there'll be free throws coming up for Hudson. There's been so many good players come through both of these two teams. Samantha, we've been blessed to see some really good ones. You think back to even last year, we had Jalen Davis, Todd, Jaden West. Think back to Cole Brown, Will Harden, some of the legends that I've got to cover. And then for Southern, you think about guys like I remember Hunter Buchanan, Chad Fugit.
Even last year,
Ursuline last year. They've had some really good players come through the ranks of both of these two teams. And love being here and just experiencing this rivalry in person. 23-21, Cam Steele swings it out to Elijah Steele. Swing it over to Morrison. Now back to Cams. The sophomore kicks it back out. Elijah Steele. One steal to the other. Eli no. Thomas the rebound. He'll put it back in. Nice effort by Ty Thomas, who I've got for 12 points thus far, unofficially, working his way in on the glass and scoring for Central. And then how about getting a block on the other end? Thomas now with a couple of those to his stat resume as well. As Goatley checks back out, Lansall in the game for the Indians once again. Tied at 23. Hudson inbounds to Davidson. Bring it back up top, Whitaker. Now over to Zach Hudson. Now it's Davis on the drive. Lost the handle, stolen away. Good defense by Lansall. Now Cam Steele. Pressured by the Hudson twins. Can he get rid of it? He does, all the way up the floor to Thomas. Inside Lansall. Jacob, no good on his shot attempt. And Southern back the other way. Davis out to Hudson in the left corner. He'll pump fake, drive baseline, hang, reverse. Good for Hudson. The reverse layup is good, and Southern back in front by 2.
That was pretty.
Who, me?
That was.
Oh, the shot was pretty. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me just add in a few of my various comments.
Another nice finish here by Morrison as he gets inside for 2 more. Cody's got 4. Tied back up at 25. Here's Zach Hudson working it in on Morrison. Fading away. It's a nice shot. He'll put it in. That is a shot that Zach has perfected. You see him do it all the time. Back to a 2-point Eagles lead as the sophomore Cam Steele brings it up the floor. Whistle. And we've got an official's timeout. Yeah, blood on the nose. I thought I saw blood for Braden. They'll call timeout here and get him checked out in the corner. Going to make sure he's okay. Don't see any blood on the jersey. He would have to come out of the game for that, but they're going to check him out. As Adams will come into the game. Zach Adams, the sophomore for Southern. So some young guys getting some minutes for both teams. As Steele comes in to Thomas. Ty. Oh, nice. Backdoor cut. Morrison again. 2 more. What a feed from Ty Thomas, and Southern has fallen asleep quite a few times here in the first half with Central cutting back door on them. Zach Hudson, 3, comes off. Davidson battling for the rebound. He's got it in amongst the Indian defenders in a jump ball possession arrow back to Central. Folks, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, don't forget about WBON TV Channel 9, 9.1 over the air on the VHF on the antenna, or you can watch us on Spectrum Cable Channel 712. Here's Steele, gets a screen. Swing it over to Elijah Steele. Looking to post up Thomas again. Now back to Cam up top. They'll swing it left corner to Cody Morrison. Morrison finds a crease, drives, hangs, contact, and a foul on Madison Southern. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Eagles. Now each team with 4 and 2 free throws the rest of the way each time we have a foul here in the second quarter. Morrison, a shooting foul, so he gets 2 here, and the first one no good. Central and Southern still tied. 2:45 remaining here in the first half. It has been tight throughout. That one good, and a 27-28 Madison Central 1-point lead. Morrison up to 7 points here in the first half. Right side Adams. to Whitaker. Micah, really good athlete, good soccer player. Oh, nice feed. And Davidson up and in for 2. Avery's got 5. Nobody picks up Cody Morrison. He'll work his way in the paint. Left it short. Ball fought for. Hudson's going to corral it, and we've got a timeout. Heads up play by Hudson. Timeout, Madison Southern. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second break, 30-second commercial break. We'll bring you right back here on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
2:15 left to play as we come back at you here on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV 9. Michael Watkins here with you on the call. 3 up, no by Hudson. Braden, his twin brother, has just checked back into the game. Matched up here with Eli Steele and a kick ball out of bounds. Cam Steele to inbound. Comes up top to Eli Steele. Eli dribbles into a comfortable spot. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but Cam grabs the rebound. Now it's Morrison. Cody going to drive in. Now it's Cam Steele into the corner to Eli Steele. He'll feed it inside to Thomas. Thomas, nice move, got triple teamed, and good defense by Southern as Whitaker hurries it up the floor for the Eagles. Over to Braden Hudson, picked up by Lansall. He'll drive inside the paint. Some contacts, no call yet. Braden doesn't care if he gets the call or not. He'll finish the shot with really good defense from Lansall. It does not matter. Better offense from Hudson, and a 3-point Eagles lead here at home. 1:05 to play in the first half. Morrison spins around Whitaker, dropping baseline out to Cam Steele. Cam's floater too hard, and the rebound Davidson. Eagles have numbers if they want it. Zach Braden, corner 3. Good! Braden Hudson with 5 straight, and the lead now up to 6 for the Eagles. Central looking inside to Thomas again. He'll work on Hudson. Out to Morrison on the left wing. Thomas again trying to repost. They'll swing it the other way. Now Lansall has it in the corner. Jacob out to Morrison. 22 seconds to play in the first half. Madison Central down by 6, 34-28. Working right to left here on your radio dial. As Steele kicks it back to Morrison. Now 10 seconds to play. Indians trying to cut into the deficit as they go into the locker room. Morrison uses the screen from Thomas. Out to Steele. Now Lansall 3. Short. Eagles will get a shot off at the buzzer. Good! Braden Hudson. Or was it Zach? One of them. Looks like that was Zach who knocked that one down. He is fired up, and rightfully so. Let's go down to Samantha Burford, who's with Coach Alan Feldhouse. We're having issues with Samantha's mic, so let's go on to commercial break, and we'll be right back here on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training, located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit excdl.com to learn more or like them on Facebook.
Here on WBON TV and 106.7 The Pinnacle.
Is a senior member of the Madison Southern Swim and Dive Team and is being escorted by her parents, Judd and Brittany Patterson.
Having a celebration here at halftime for Patterson being honored with her ring.
Success in the sport of competitive diving. Reagan has recently signed her national letter of intent and will be continuing her academic and diving career at the University of South Carolina. During her high school diving tenure,
Samantha Burford was down there talking to Coach Feldhouse, had an issue with her mic, so we're going to see if Samantha can recap what Coach Feldhouse said.
points and the pool record at Scott High with a score of 505.
Big first half for both of these two teams. And you got to give Madison Central some credit. They really played into the hands of Madison Southern. Played up and down style there. Played the game, the type of game that Southern would want to play, and yet only down by 9 points here in the first half. Samantha, hop on the mic here with me. Had an issue there with the wireless mic, but tell us what Coach Feldhouse said there before we went to the locker room.
Did you forget to turn my mic on?
No, your mic was on. It was just short in the connection. We'll get it figured out. But talk about what he said there at halftime.
You know, he said the game plan was to go into Ty Thomas, and he's pretty excited about it, about the way that they're keeping the up tempo and the way things are working. The second question quickly, he said they're going to stick with the game plan.
Yeah.
He's not going to make any changes going into the second half. That he wanted to give away to me.
Well, one thing I saw there was Thomas toward the end of the half seemed like he was getting a tad bit winded. So we'll see if that plays into a factor as they go into the second half. But so far, going inside, that game plan has worked. I think a big momentum shift, however, with that three-pointer by Hudson there to end the half.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said to him about, that's not how you want to end this half for him. But now, I thought going into the beginning of the second quarter, Madison Southern was guarding them better on defense.
We'll see if Dawson can zoom in on the dance team here who's performing. Get a good shot of them as they're performing here at halftime. Some Mariah Carey. Have you got a favorite Christmas song, Samantha? Is there one that you always go to?
I do like this one.
Like
you know
this
how
one?
popular this one is with Mariah Carey. I think this is the #1 Christmas song ever. So I sent you the stats that you got them. That's pretty exciting. I mean, is this exactly how you thought this game was going to go? No.
I thought Central could hang around, but obviously Southern, the more experienced team, the more I think accomplished team with everything that they have, and they've done a really good job of hanging around. The Indians have, giving themselves a chance. But one thing you can't forget, Southern has a 9-point lead, and that's with Jay Rose playing. How many minutes did he play there in the first half? Looking at the numbers here, Rose played 5 minutes. So a 9-point lead, if you're Coach Wright, with that lead and your best player playing only 5 minutes there in the first half, I think the Eagles have to be happy as well. We'll step aside and come back here on the Exodus Driver Training Halftime Show. Talk more with Samantha when we come back here. Lots more to get to on the Exodus Driver Training Halftime Show on 106.7 The Pinnacle. Back in 3 minutes and on WBON TV 9.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com. It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
On WBON TV, 106.7 The Pinnacle, and the Exodus Driver Training Halftime Show. Get your commercials driver's license right here in Madison County, right here in Berea at Exodus Driver Training. Earn your license in as little as 4 weeks or take advantage of their flexible training schedule. Like them on Facebook to get started or visit excdl.com. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins here with you on the Halftime Show. And Samantha, now time to take a look at the halftime stats, courtesy of Bluegrass, Marble, and Granite. At the half, 4 turnovers for Madison Southern, 6 turnovers for Madison Central. Indians led in scoring by Ty Thomas, 12 points to go along with 7 rebounds. Cody Morrison's got 7 points, Eli Steele with 5, and the Indians down by 9 at the half. 18 rebounds total for Madison Central compared to only 4 for the Eagles. Hudson twins leading the way for Madison Southern, 12 points for Zach Hudson, 13 for Braden, and Jay Rose just 2 points there in the first half. Only played 5 minutes, played with foul trouble, Samantha, for the majority there of the first half, and I know he's going to be excited to be back out there.
Yeah, that was one of the other things that Coach Feldhouse said to me while I was down there interviewing him. He said it has helped them, obviously. We all realize that. But it has helped them that Jay Rose has been out of this game. Now, will Central take it to him, trying to get him to foul out?
Here's the thing with Jay. We know that he can flat put the ball in the basket. Averages over 26, right at 27 points per game. But now with only 2 points, will he start to press? Will he try to do too much to kind of put a statement on this game? Here's the thing, if you are Coach Wright, you want to tell Jay Rose, look, we know how good of a player you are. Madison Central knows how good of a player you are. All the fans here watching know how good you are. We got a 9-point lead with you sitting over the bench here, man. Let's just build in, try to maybe get 9 or 10 points here in the second half, and let's get a victory here over our in-county rival and continue building this thing as we go into the holiday season.
So possibly play a little more conservative, take the shots when you're open, but we got to go for the W.
That'll be big. We'll see if they can do it here Wrapping up the Exodus Driver Training Halftime Show. Don't forget, visit excdl.com to learn more about Exodus Driver Training here in Berea. Paul King, a really nice guy. If you've not met Paul, folks, he can sing very well as well. Got a good band, and speaking of singing, Samantha, your boy can sing too. That's awesome. Got some karaoke earlier this week. And
yeah, we had our company Christmas party. It was good. I do want to give a big shout out to the Madison Southern dance team.
Yep.
They were doing their dance, the music cut out, and they kept going.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
hard
is
to
very
do.
difficult. Yes.
I was hoping you might get out there and sing it for them. Finish that song.
Because I sound a lot like Mariah Carey.
You never know. You never know. Shot off by Hudson to start the third quarter. Indians down by 9. Let's see if they can get some more offense going. Where will it come from? Ty Thomas, a big first half, and made a concerted effort to get the ball into him. And Ty answered with 12 big points there in the first half. And that's where he has been all year long, averaging right around 12 points for Madison Central. Let's see if they continue to go to him. Here's Ray. Inside. Oh, what a play drawn up. But Eli misses an easy layup, and the Eagles will try to convert on the other end. Zach Hudson, 3 short, and the rebound right to Morrison. Cody will bring it up the floor. Crosses over on Hudson. Now bounce pass to Lansall. Had a nice play drawn up on their first possession of the second half. The shot just would not go. Here's Ray. He'll settle for a long 3. In and out, and here comes Jay Rose with a rebound for Madison Southern. Let's see what Jay does. Outlet to Nobby. Kaysen spent a lot of time on the bench in the first half as well. Missed a layup here. Lansall tracks it down, and now Landon Ray the other way for Madison Central. Ray in the corner, Lansall. He'll head fake, lay it off to Morrison. Back to Lansall, feed it into Steele. Eli. It's no good again, but Ty Thomas the offensive rebound. Thomas had it stripped away, got it back. Can't get the shot to fall. Jay Rose comes soaring in for the rebound, and the Eagles back the other way. Rose, woo, what a feed to Davidson, and he missed a layup. What a pass from Jay Rose, but the shot again coming off. Ball poked away to Steele. Lansall open 3, corner on the right side, no. And the ball tipped to Thomas. Ty up and in. A lot of contact, no call. But the shot good for Ty Thomas. He's now got 14 in the game. Now it's Nobby. Thomas, man, he is windy. This kid has scored 14 points in a big rivalry game. A lot of contact as well throughout the contest. Here's a ball kicked out to Davidson. He'll drive on Thomas and lay it in. Davidson having a nice game himself. 7 points for Avery. Central back down by 9 with the basketball. It's Ray into Steele. Eli tried to kick it out to Morrison. Ball got deflected. Cody ends up with it anyway. He'll drive in. Elbow jumper for Cody Morrison, too hard. Man, Ty Thomas had a rebound. Stripped away. Nobby again. And Southern's got it on the attack. Outlet to Zach Hudson. Head fake. Driving. Laying it up. No. Davidson able to track down the rebound. He'll give it to Jay Rose, who lays it in. Rose, 4 points in the game. Timeout, Madison Central. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and say thank you to some of our great sponsors like Batteries Unlimited in Richmond, Realty World, Adams & Associates, Just Love Coffee here in Berea, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chenault Vineyards, Cumberland Valley National Bank, Lakes Funeral Home, CT Diesel Performance, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy, Nuevo Vallarta, Gateway Cycles, Bluegrass Marble and Granite, Galaxy Bowling Center, Ace Hardware here in Berea, Bishop Small Engine Repair, and so many more. Thank you for sponsoring our coverage here for the A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week.
Can you tell Jay Rose is well rested?
Very much so. Looks really good on that drive. Of course, that's a shot Jay makes in his sleep 9 out of 10 times probably. 41-30. Landon Ray with it for Central. Now Asher in the game for the Indians. He'll bounce it up to Eli Steele. Indians down by 11. Got to find some offense here. The Eagles feel very confident as they kick it out to Morrison. Madison Central with the ball. trying to move it around and find a shot. Steele's got it in the right corner. Looking into Thomas, working on Jay Rose. Ty, going to work on Jay. Spins away from the defense. Couldn't get it to fall. Zach Hudson the rebound. Here come the Eagles. Long outlet to Nabi. Woo, what a pass. Davidson plays it in. Man, the Eagles so good on the break. Able to convert there as Central goes back to work, down by 13 now, 43-30. Where will the offense come from? Will Richardson set to check in as Asher drives. That is stripped away by Davidson. Long outlet to Braden Hudson. He'll hang. Can't finish. Ray with a rebound. Indians have numbers the other way. 3-on-2 fast break. Ray backs his way down. Kicks it out to Morrison. Cody. Picked up by Hudson. They'll reset offensively. Bounce pass to Asher. Kick it out. Steele from the left wing. History is good. 8 points now for Eli Steele. Bounce pass backdoor. Braden to Zach Hudson. Another backdoor pass to Nabi, and looks like Landon Ray going to pick up the personal here. And the old take his whistle chant from the Madison Central Pep section, even though you can't see them behind the Samantha with the camouflage on. Rose, three in the corner. Comes off, and a nice box out by Morrison. Indians had Steele on the outlet, but Morrison didn't really have a clear angle at it. Here is Eli, wide open for three. Made one the last time down, this time no good, and Davidson clears it out for the Eagles. He'll outlet to Nabi. Kaysen going to work on Landon Ray. Backdoor cut, Jay Rose. And a foul as Rose scores the basket. That is a senior in Jay Rose, scoring over the younger, smaller Will Richardson. Nothing really Richardson could do there, as Rose now up to 6 points in the game and the lead up to 12. Free throw for Jay. Comes off this time. Ball stripped away. Hudson to Rose, and Jay, two more. Extra possession for Madison Southern, and the lead up to 14. Central's got to have an answer here. You don't want to let this lead get away from you. Morrison, here at the elbow, kicks it out. Steele. Pump fake, driving this time. Floater short, got it back. Right there at the left block. Landon Ray at the free throw line. His jumper comes off. Ball tipped around. Jay tips it to Hudson. Outlet to Zach, who lays it off to Davidson, who lays it in. Avery Davidson, 6 points here in the second half. 11 for the game. And the Eagles lead up to 16 points. Richardson bounce pass to Ray. Into Morrison. Cody. Had it knocked away, got it back, out to Asher. Stolen away by Jay Rose. Rose going to work on Ray, hanging, and it'll be free throws coming up for Jay Rose as Ray got him with the foul. And two free throws coming up for Rose, who's got 8 points in the game, 6 points here in the third quarter alone.
What a big momentum shift.
First free throw for Rose. Short again. He's 0-2 at the line tonight. And one more free throw to come with a 16-point lead, nearing 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. This one comes off as well. Ball tipped out of bounds to the Indians. Rose 0 of 3 from the charity stripe, but still 8 points in the game. 6 points this quarter. Cam Steele up the floor, bounce pass to Morrison. Kick it out, Elijah Steele, left wing three. He's hit 2 of them there in this quarter. Long outlet, Zach Hudson has to jump up to get it, and he'll reset to Davidson up top. Now Jay Rose. Jay, deep three himself. Good! Jay Rose from long range. 11 in the game now for Rose. Eli Steele's got 11 as well. Here's Richardson with it for Central. Cam Steele. Bounce past Morrison. Out to Richardson. He'll try a three. Way off, and that one out off of Eli Steele. Southern feeling really good right now with a 16-point lead in 1 minute, 20 seconds to play. And Samantha, the Eagles, I think they can kind of sense it. They're pulling away here as Nobby's got it. Kaysen going to work on Thomas.
Central's really struggling to get somebody to score off the dribble.
Indians no offense, and the Eagles with more offense. Nobby now up to 7 points as Southern drops back into that 2-3 zone. Where does Central turn to? You got to have an answer here as the third quarter comes to a close. Morrison at the elbow, kicks it out. Cam Steele, he'll try one from long range, and he'll knock it down.
That was pretty.
Yeah, Steele's got a good shot on him. Not a lot of confidence for the sophomore, but that's a kid down the line going to be really, really good for Allen Feldhouse. Speaking of really, really good, Kaysen Nobby, no, and Eli Steele and Rose. Kind of little staring contest. The officials come together here. It didn't look too malicious. Steele just got up in the air. A good head fake by Rose, and he came down on top of Jade. Nothing dirty that I saw. And still no free throws, though, for Rose. Thought he would at least see him get to the free throw line, but the Eagles will inbound as Eli has been playing some good defense on Rose, but Jay starting to cook here in the third quarter. They get it to Braden Hudson. 22 seconds to play here in the quarter. Going to post up Zach on Cam Steele. Zach Hudson underneath. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Richardson the rebound. Ball's loose. And Will in trouble. Who will he go to? It's Goatley who just took back into the game. Now Thomas. Ty spins away from a double team. Threw it away. Hudson going to get the shot off. No, he won't. Third quarter comes to an end. Lots of chaos towards the end of the third quarter, but it will end with Madison Southern on top by 15. 54-39 as we go to the fourth quarter on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV 9.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
Southern with the lead going into the fourth quarter. Folks, if you have been tuning us in all game, you know that tonight's game has been a lot of entertainment, a lot of fun, and if you want entertainment for the whole family, there's really only one place to go. It's Galaxy Bowling Center in Richmond. Be sure to check them out on Facebook. You can sign up for the bowling league and check out the new arcade. I tell you what, that arcade is incredible now at Galaxy Bowling Center. A turnover for Central to start the quarter. Nobby has to turn around and get it. Missed it. Rose right back there to put it in. 11 points in the second half for Jay Rose. 13 for the game. Goatley out to Richardson. Swing it around. Cam Steele. Nobby out there defensively. Eli Steele down to Ty Thomas. To Goatley, wide open in the paint, and he puts it in.
This freshman, he's got a lot of confidence. You know, you talked about that a minute ago. He's got it.
With
This is a big game.
With a name like Goatley, you have to have some confidence. He's a really good young player for Central. Here's Nobby. Kind of a spin cycle there. Threw it through the legs of Thomas Davidson. 3! What a feed from Kaysen Nobby. Through the legs of Ty Thomas, and Avery Davidson having a big night here against the Indians. Will Richardson. A lot of young players in there for Allen Feldhouse. Over to Eli Steele. Eli back up to Cam Steele. He'll swing it over left side. Baseline drive Richardson. Plays it off. Goatley again. This time no. Rebound Jay Rose. Jay will drive inside the paint. Hang and finish. Nice strong move for Jay Rose, averaging 27 points per game, 26.8. Tonight might not hit his average, but he has come on strong after playing only 5 minutes due to foul trouble in the first half. Eli Steele will drive baseline. Drop it off to Goatley. Back out Steele in the corner. 3. Too hard this time. Zach Hudson. Long outlet to Nabi. Case him. And we'll have a push in the back on Goatley. 20-point Eagles lead. And Samantha, here in the second half, it's really been all Madison Southern. The Eagles had a 37-28 halftime lead, and the Eagles have added to it now. 20-point advantage with 5:55 left in the final quarter. Jay Rose here in the right corner. Going to work on Morrison. Give it to Kaysen Nabi. Nabi out to Hudson. Braden for a long 3, and he puts it in. Braden Hudson, his first points of the second half, but he did all his damage in the first half. Now a 23-point Eagles lead. Landon Ray has it for Madison Central. He'll go right side. Now they'll work it around. Morrison's got it to Landon Ray. Now in the corner, they had Asher cutting open. Ray's wide open for a 3, and he puts it in. Nice answer by Landon Ray. 5 points in the evening for him, and the lead back down to 20.
You know, usually we see the stats for Madison Central, and those three-pointer percentages aren't really good. They are hitting them tonight. They need to.
Jay Rose going to work on Morrison. Too much room. Jay couldn't get the shooter's roll. Yeah, Samantha, you're right. A lot of threes have fallen for the Indians, but just not enough of them. Here's Davidson. He'll go coast to coast with it. Avery Davidson. He and Nabi have played really well here tonight as Ray works it up to Florida Thomas on the baseline. Kick it out. Morrison for 3. And he'll get fouled in a 4-point play opportunity as Kaysen Nabi came out, and I think he'll pick up the personal. Foul on Nabi. Morrison, the 3-pointer. He's now in double digits. 12, make it to 10 points in the game for Cody. Trying to make it 11. Makes the free throw. Morrison now with 11 points in the lead. Now under 20, 18 for Madison Southern. Here's Nabi. He'll come across the timeline. Give it off to Braden Hudson. He'll get a screen from Davidson. Doesn't use it. Instead, settles for a long 3. Missed it. Jay Rose the rebound. Working on Ray. Spinning inside. Reverse layup. No. Ball tipped around. Who's going to get it? It's loose. Bodies flying everywhere. Richardson ends up with it. And here comes Landon Ray. Outlet to Morrison. Cody. Long 3. Short. Rebound to Richardson. He'll lay it off to Ty Thomas. Ball stripped by Nabi. Davidson had it knocked away. Back to Central. Asher to Ray. He'll try one from deep. Short. And the rebound to Rose. Jay. Long bounce pass to Nabi. Kaysen got a defender in the air and draws the foul. Free throws coming up for Nabi. And you can tell, Samantha, I think this Madison Southern pep section just looking for something that'll be like the exclamation point on this win as Landon Ray is fouled out. The Madison Central pep section is kind of cleared out. Yeah, they've left the house.
Yeah, they've
going to start Christmas break a little bit early here tonight.
You know, it looks like Central is passing the ball a little slower than they did in the first half, and it seems like Madison Southern is taking advantage of that with a lot of the steals. I'm anxious to see the stats on that.
A couple of subs coming in. Mason Davis for Davidson, and Michael Whitaker is checked in for Braden Hudson. Nobby misses the first free throw. Splits a pair, does Nobby. 8 points in the game for Kaysen. Hamilton back now into the game for Madison Central. More of the youngsters seeing some more minutes here in this rivalry game. Eli Steele up top. Hamilton's got it. Now Will Richardson on the left wing. Eli Steele, they kick it out. Now back on the left wing, Steele has it again. Up top, Hamilton. To Will Richardson, baseline drive, spins away from the defender. Drops it off to Ty Thomas. Ty working on Davis. Kicks it out. Richardson for a long three, and he puts it in. Eight Indians have scored tonight, but Samantha, just not enough points. Was Southern. Nobby's 3 no. Jay Rose tips it out of bounds. It'll go over to Central. But even with 8 guys scoring for Madison Central, just not enough firepower. And that's something that they've tried to deal with through the first 2.5, 3 weeks of the season. But we talked about some of those big names earlier on in the broadcast. A Cole Brown, a Will Harden, a Jalen Davis. There's not anybody like that as Nobby gets the steal and adds 2 more to his total. He's now in double figures. Hamilton's got it again for the Indians. Maddox over to Eli Steele. They'll work it around Richardson against this zone defense of Madison Southern. Hamilton into Morrison amongst the trees. Cody short. And the ball tipped out by the Indians. It'll go back over to Madison Southern as Adams will come into the game for the Eagles. Looks like Davidson set to check back in as well. Jay Rose and Nobby. And Braden Hudson coming back in. Looks like he'll get his brother Zach. 2:12 to play in an 18-point Madison Southern lead. Michael Whitaker up the floor. Right side over to Braden Hudson. Raise it off to Davidson. Whitaker, oh, nice play as he gets all the way in for 2. Steele to Hamilton. Almost stolen away. Whitaker will pick up the foul, trying to get in the passing lane. Second team foul on the Eagles. And a 20-point lead for the home team. Timeout, Indians. Quick 30-second timeout. Those couple of programming notes for you before we head off the air this evening. We really appreciate all our viewers tonight that are watching over the air on Channel 9.1 and on Spectral Channel 712. Hope you'll stay tuned to check out more of our programming. We'll be replaying the Richmond Christmas Parade for your holiday pleasure several times through Christmas weekend. We'll have those times and dates posted up on our WBON TV Facebook page. First of the week for that. And we also invite you to stay tuned for a very entertaining holiday special called the Christmas Carol Challenge right here on Channel 9. That's coming up next at 9 o'clock. Thank you for hanging out with us, folks, and we really hope you are enjoying the holiday season. Samantha, I think we're going to set up something for you to be singing some Christmas carols as well, right?
That's a no. That would be you. You're the karaoke guy.
Give me the mic. Sing some Jackson 5, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Hamilton will try one from long range. Comes off. And some of the younger players in the game now for both teams.
That looked like a walk.
Got away with one there. They'll let the young guys get away with that. Thomas is going to have it for Central. Ty will slam it home. Highlight real play for Ty Thomas, who's been real quiet in the second half. Just 4 points for Ty after a big performance in the first half. Here's Braden Hudson. He'll cross over, and there's a reach-in foul as Braden got inside the paint.
Madison Southern.
Oh, 2 shots, too.
They've done a great job stopping Thomas this half.
Yeah, and you talked about Coach Feldhouse.
That was their game plan.
That was their game plan, so. Merry Christmas, Tony. Tony DeGregorio got us tuned tonight. Said Merry Christmas. Speaking of Christmas time, Samantha, you ain't heading out of town anytime soon, are you? 'Cause I haven't got my present yet.
I'm waiting on mine.
Oh, okay. Yours is in the mail. Braden knocks down the free throws.
Depending on what you get me is what I'm going to give you.
Ah, okay. So whatever I get you, I should just get something that I like, is to turn around and give it back to me.
Yes.
Regifting. Over to Steele. We've got now under 1 minute to play. Up, turnover. Hamilton was trying to feed Goatley in the right wing. A little miscommunication there. Now, one thing about this Central team, Samantha, they got a lot of really good young guards. Yes. You got Hamilton and Goatley and Cam Steele and Richardson. So some of these guys they'll probably grow some too. You know, Goatley and Hamilton and Steele, they're all around 5'7" or so. So they'll probably get up to 6 feet and by the time they get up in high school or to upper class level.
And every time we talk or I interview Coach Feldhouse, he always mentions this freshman and sophomore class. He's super excited about this group.
Hamilton to Goatley. Back to Goatley. He'll try one from long range. It's short. Ty Thomas, a big offensive rebound. Drives in. There's contact and a whistle. Ball will stay underneath.
What a difference a half makes. This is a very different ball game from the first half to the second half.
You got us tuned in tonight, folks. Don't forget, Monday night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, we'll recap the two big county clashes from last night and tonight. We'll hear from some local coaches, and we're trying to set up an interview with the Madison Central esports team. They've had a big week, trying to get them on the show Monday night. Here's a corner three from Eli Steele. Good scoring night for Steele, but that one comes off. And with 5.6 to play, we got a whistle and a foul on Cody Morrison. So Southern can dribble it out. Eagles will defeat Madison Central with a final score 73-53 here on their home floor. A big momentum shift with a three-pointer by Zach Hudson at the end of the first half. And the Eagles never really looked back. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break and come back in 3 minutes to recap a big night for the Eagles here at home and a big, really, last two nights for Madison Southern on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or, if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday, starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm.
After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets.
Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo. It's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Wrapping things up here on 106.7 The Pinnacle and WBON TV9. Michael Watkins here with you on a Friday night, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas, folks. So glad to have you tuned in with us here tonight, and for all of you that were not able to get a ticket to this sold-out affair, thank you for watching us, whether it was on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, TV, or if you were listening to us on The Pinnacle. We thank you for joining us here tonight in what was a fun one, really fun 2 nights here in Berea at Madison Southern, with Madison Southern, the Eagles, getting a win in the girls' game last night and here in the boys' game as well. It's now time for the Chenault Vineyards post-game show. Chenault Vineyards has become the go-to destination for families and friends to enjoy fun and entertainment in a relaxing atmosphere. See why so many people spend their weekends at Chenault Vineyards by visiting ChenaultVineyards.com. And you can check them out on Facebook as well. They've got so many different events they do throughout the year. You know, back on Small Business Saturday, they had their holiday extravaganza, the holiday barn market that they had. They do so many different things throughout the year, and the only way to stay up to date is by following them on social media. They got Instagram as well at Chenault Vineyards over in Richmond, a great sponsor of our broadcast, and we are really just appreciative this time of year, especially for all of our great sponsors who help us do everything. The newscast that we bring to you every single day at 5 o'clock, the ball games, the sports show that we do, the many live broadcasts like the parade that we had for you back in early December, the 4th of July broadcast that we do, just the many different things that we're able to get out and help bring to you here in our community. Samantha Burford was down there trying to get us some final stats, but really big games for a lot of different kids, even on the central side as well. Ty Thomas had a good night, 16 points for Thomas. Cody Morrison got into double figures with 11. Elijah Steele had 11 for Madison Central, 5 for Landon Ray, 2 for Asher, 3 for Cam Steele and Will Richardson, and 2 points, make it 4 points, for Goatley. On the southern side, some big games really for everybody. Braden Hudson had a big night. I've got him down for, 17 points. Avery Davidson played well, got a lot of rebounds. 16 points for Davidson. Jay Rose, just 2 points there in the first half. Played with foul trouble, only played 5 minutes. Came out in the second half on a mission. And Jay played very, very well for Madison Southern in that second half. Helped close it out. 15 points for him. We got 12 points for Zach Hudson. And, 16 points for Davidson. 7 of 9 from the field for Avery. And just a big night all around. 7 boards for Davidson, 6 boards for looks like Zach Hudson, 9 rebounds for Jay Rose to go along with his 15 points. And Kaysen Nabi had a nice game, 10 points for Nabi to go along with 2 steals and 3 assists. On the other side for the Indians, talked about Ty Thomas's big night, 16 points. He had 11 rebounds in the game, so a double-double for him. And again, Morrison and Steele each with 11 for Madison Central. So a big game. Eagles win by 20. Now a 3-game winning streak. And Samantha, now with school coming to a close today, we're going into, I think, a 2-week break before we come back at the start of the new year. And that means holiday tournaments. That means games during the day. We'll have a few of those for you over the next week or so. But it should be a good time for all these teams to kind of refresh. After the first 2 weeks of the season, I feel like we know what we have with our local teams, and we'll talk about about all this on Monday night as well. But two really good ones here to close out the school year as far as the 2023 school year. And the two county schools squaring off in girls and boys action.
Yeah, and these seniors, they had finals this week. Well, all of them had finals this week. But, for the seniors, this game really means a lot. And it means a lot to this community. So, nice turnout tonight. Excited all the fans were here, especially the students. They rocked it out.
Yeah, sold out. That was the phrase being thrown around earlier today on Facebook and Twitter from all the different outlets, and you can tell this game was a lot of fun. This gym doesn't hold as much as Central's gym does, but those folks, they were packed in here and they were cheering on their teams. The pep sections were great, and it was a really fun night. The final stats courtesy of Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry right here in Berea. At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, they work hard to help you get the beautiful, healthy smile that you deserve. Like them on Facebook to learn more about what Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry can do for you. Once again, located here in Berea. Samantha, we look tonight at the many different players that impacted this game, and I think there's really one guy to me that sticks out. Again, we know about the Hudson twins. We know about Jay Rose, and even with his foul trouble, still a big game for Rose tonight. But when we look at our CT Diesel performance, what performance impacted tonight's game the most? And I think we got to give it to a guy that, to me, had a big night. 16 points and 7 rebounds for Avery Davidson in 30 minutes of action. He is going to be our CT Diesel performance of the game. And folks, if you want your vehicle to perform at its peak performance like Avery Davidson did tonight, be sure to check out CT Diesel Performance, located off exit 97 in Richmond. No job is too big or too small for Chris Thorne and his staff, whether it be a transmission job or just an oil change. Check them out right there off exit 97 in Richmond. You can check them out on Facebook as well to learn more and find out how you can receive special discounts at CT Diesel Performance in Richmond. And Avery Davidson, our CT Diesel Performance of the game tonight.
I'm sitting here looking at Morrison and Steele, both with 11 points, and you wonder, was that their season best so far?
Well, Morrison's averaging, I swear what Cody's numbers are. He's averaging 14 points per game, so he's been the top
he's
scorer.
Been there, but still.
Eli tonight, he had three-pointers for Madison Central, played well defensively. He was really the cause of Jay Rose's foul troubles on both ends of the floor. Had an offensive foul called against Jay, and then was able to pick up a couple on the defensive end as well against Jay Rose. But give Jay credit, never really seemed to press too much in the second half, played under control, and still had a good second half as well.
What you said he needed to do, play cautiously, and just score.
Yeah, let the game come to you, and Jay did that tonight.
He did it.
Final score 73-53, and folks, this time of year, we really like to say thank you to the staff here at WBON-TV as well. Tonight, Aiden Mills, under the pressure of producing his first live game for us, did a great job tonight. He was our producer. We've got Dawson Rule and Jacob Beck, and Dawson, I always like to brag on him a lot because it doesn't matter whether he's calling the game, he's running camera, he's cleaning the toilets back at the office, whatever we have Dawson do, he always knocks it out of the park, and he and Beck tonight did a great job on camera for us. Jacob Beck the same way. One of the best cameramen we've ever had here at WBON, so a pleasure to work with him. And I don't want to brag on you too much, but it's always fun when you and I get together as well.
Well, I talk even when I'm not on the mic, because I am sitting here watching the game and I give comments. You can't hear me most of the time, but tonight I just gave a few comments.
I can always hear you.
I did have to control some of the things that I wanted to say with the mic in front of me, but thank you for letting me just sit here and spout out a few things. I don't want to do what you guys do. I just enjoy making a few little comments.
Well, Tom has been battling some health issues, so if you're, if you keep Tom in your thoughts and prayers, we'd appreciate that. Hopefully, we can get him back on the call with us here soon.
And you know what? People don't realize how much staff it takes to put on a production like this, and we really are thankful for everyone that's here tonight, even back at the station.
Jamie Boggs and John Bailey, of course, they're now performing on stage in a different way. They are now, I think, they're performing a Romeo and Juliet, and I'm not sure which one is Romeo and which one's Juliet. I'm assuming because of the hair that John's probably Juliet and Jamie is Romeo, but I could be wrong on that. But those two guys do a lot of Madison Southern things for us. They've kind of been out of the loop here for the first few weeks of the season, but they'll be joining us here on the call sometime soon as well. And, listen, I love doing this stuff. I love being out here on the call for a lot of these games, and It's a lot of fun seeing these kids. We've seen a lot of them grow up here in front of us, too.
have.
So really appreciate them letting us be here each and every single time we come out to showcase the many, many talented kids. You talked about the issue at halftime with the dance team. That's talent right there. The music goes out, and you still are able to perform your routine without missing a beat. Great job by them, the cheerleaders.
Both sets of cheerleaders were here as well.
So really appreciate everybody who does their part to make everything go here at all the schools and with our broadcast. Just thank you all so much. We really appreciate you. We'll see you next week. We're not sure exactly what games we'll have for you just yet, but we will be on the call for some of those as we go throughout the holiday season. Enjoy your time with the family, folks, and we'll see you next time. For all of us here on 106.7 The Pinnacle, our producer on the radio side, Matt Ridout, and on the on the TV side, it was Aiden Mills. I'm Michael Watkins. Thanks for watching us on WBON TV as well. If you are watching on the TV channel, coming up here soon, we're going to have another episode of the Christmas Caroler, and then at 10 o'clock, Cheaters will follow that on Channel 9. So be sure to stay tuned in for all that stuff coming up. We're going to join this episode of the Christmas Carols Challenge right now, and then a new episode coming up at 9 o'clock on Channel 9. See you next time, folks, from all of us here at the Wallingford Media Group.